Welcome to Smart Conserver.
There is a learning curve which I have now mastered, and it's programming the digital timers. You remember I spoke to you about these, and I spoke to you constantly about them on my vlog, or even on the live stream. Alright, let me remind you. The digital timer, it is used by myself to shut down and allow electrical power to my refrigerator, and this is done at preset times daily. I've been using it for quite a number of years, and I remember even opening a defective one on a Sunday live not too long ago, and I showed you the different components that were contained herein. What you may not know is that there are two shapes to these digital timers. The one that I have using currently, it only has one socket outlet. However, there's another square shaped digital timer, and that one has two outlets. With persons looking for solutions, sometimes they end up finding my channel and they get interested in conserving. This they do from time to time, and I am contacted or asked to program these timers. At first, when I started programming the timers, I had to be consulting the programming manual. And then what I would do after that is just run, plug it in, test it to see if the time shut off or come on back. And this I had to be constantly doing in order to gain this learning curve. Now I have the capability to program these digital timers without the use of a manual. I'm really proud of myself. Recently, I was asked to program two of these square-like shaped digital timers. Now this square-like shaped digital timer is especially useful if you have like a refrigerator and a deep freezer, so you can plug both of them in at the same time and they would shut off together and turn on back together. Now programming of this digital timer, it was relatively easy. Let me guide you through what I did. The first thing you need to do is set the time. Now these digital timers, both of them came with their own little time. I don't know what country it was set in, however it was not in sync with the time in my country, so I had to set it to the time in my country. Now these timers, when it came, it was all powered up. In fact, you could see the time, irrespective of it being incorrect, on the face of it where the screen was. Now it was powered up because it has a battery. So at that point when I got it, it didn't need electricity to be on it or for me to plug it in to charge for me to really program this digital timer. And like I said, the time that came with it was on the screen. Now for those of you who watch the weekly live stream, you'll see a time where I show you the inside parts of a digital timer that was defective. And the one that I told you that the resistor was burnt, if you don't remember it, it's one of those live stream. And when I showed you, I was able to still show you that the section where the display was, it was still in operation, even though the resistor was burnt. On top of that, I showed you the battery, the little green thing that caused all of that display to happen. So the battery was what held the power of the digital timer until you receive it for your home. The thing is, that type of battery is a rechargeable battery, so it will hold, and because the digital display that it has, it really doesn't pull a lot of power, so it will keep you for days. As a matter of fact, the manufacturers will have it for days before it even go down, or even years before it go down. Now, that is what happened when I received it. The battery was still active and good. It didn't need to be charged. So after setting the time, you need to decide on the times and the days of the week that you want this timer to power off the refrigerator that you have and also to power it back on. For the conservation of electricity, the best time to shut down your refrigerator will be when it is not expected that someone else will open and close that refrigerator. In other words, do it when most persons have gone to bed. There needs to be consistency with the time. So my suggestion is that you choose to set a time for shutting down the digital timer and another time when it will power up back that refrigerator. So if you choose, say for instance, you choose a time when it should shut off at probably say 10 p.m., then this should be programmed for all of the days of the week. So if you plug it in today, you want to start it today being a Saturday, you want to start it today, it means that if you started to shut off at 10 today Saturday, tomorrow Sunday it should shut off at 10 as well. Now the thing that you're also flexible with is you can set it at various days. So if you choose to only shut off your refrigerator and power it back on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday, then you have that capability on the charger itself to do just that. So you have the flexibility, but like I said, for the time, it's best if you set a consistent time. Don't turn it off today at 1 o'clock and then tomorrow you might turn it off at 12 or 10:30. No, do it, be consistent with it. Please remember that. Another thing that needs to be decided, like I said, will be the days when you power it off and power it back on. So the choice is there to program it for these days that you want all of these preset times to occur. And like I said, that is how flexible the digital timer is. For the two that I have had to program, or the two that you see me programming here now, I was given set times, and this I scribbled on the box just to remember the times that the person asked me to program them with. And within no time, I was done. You see the learning curve? If you already placed your refrigerator on a digital timer, then fine. I hope it really benefits you like how it benefited me. If you have not placed your refrigerator on a digital timer, please do so. The choice is yours as to which one you purchase. Just remember that you have the time and days noted, that when you're ready to program this thing for shutting off and turning back on, you can ensure that the ease of programming the digital timer, it's not held up with you deciding the days and time. It's relatively easy to acquire. You can acquire them here locally or online. The choice is yours, but whatever it is, remember you're the one who sets your time. You're the one who tells which time you want it to turn off and turn on. If you haven't, like I said, get one already, please do so. It will save you. And remember, if you really use this, conservation will not be a burden.
You have come to the end of another series. Join us next time for more ways to conserve.